Today, boys, I will be ranking all the stock tracks here in MX Bikes to figure out what tracks are good and which tracks are bad. Don't forget to subscribe and enjoy the video. Also, quick reminder, this video is totally opinion based, so my opinion is going to be a little bit different than yours. So please take all these maps and tracks with a grain of salt. I love you guys, and on to the video. Alright guys, first track on the chopping block, we have Asen. I think that's what the track name is called. I really like this track. I don't really have much to say about it. It is a good sand track. I've had a lot of good battles on this track. If you need a little bit challenging of a track rather than, you know, forest or club, this is a good track for it. Like I said, it's a really good sand track. You can bark on it on a 125 and 250. 450 is a little bit overkill on this track for sure. I find myself sending a lot of the jumps a little too far on this track, but as you can see, it's built really well. It's sand, so it's gonna hold you a lot better than, say, like you know, all the slippery soil of like Nevada. But this track is super fun. I really like it. I've had, you know, plenty of good moments on it, and yeah, boys, this track is just all around a good map. No complaints. A rating, oh boy, I would probably have to rate this track at about a 7.9. There's a lot to be, you know, made better with this track. That's, you know, with all the stock tracks, but I think a 7.9 is going to be the rating for Asen's. And yeah, boys, on to the next one. Holy shit, okay, starting off strong here with Forest Raceway. This is the long version. We all know and love this map. We've seen speedruns of this track. We've seen everything done on this track. The triples, the quads, everything. This track is freaking dope. I'm sure every single one of you watching have played this track and have had fond memories of it. I gotta give this track a very high rating due to its popularity and just how it rides. It's a really fun track. Nothing bad to say about it. There's only good. I'm gonna give it a solid 9.5 out of 10. I know it's needs to be a 10 out of 10, but hey, there's some stuff that needs to be worked on. The grass is really slippery. All grass in MX Bikes is really slippery. I've had some of my worst moments on this track, so that might be why. Like I said, totally opinion based. That rut back there is absolutely amazing. It's got nice split lane sections like that. Big old triple, as you can tell. The start straight, it needs some work. It's really big, and there seems to be a pileup every single race in this map. But overall, a killer map, and on to the next. Holy cow, deja vu, right? Yep, we're here on Forest Raceway Short. This is not long, this is short. This track, this is the first time I've ever played it, is you seeing this recording right now. Gotta give it a high rating. It is short, so you don't gotta sweat as much. I'm gonna give it 1 point under. I'm gonna go at 8.5. It is a super fun track. It's just short. That's all it is. It's a good track. You can probably have good battles on it. I've never seen anyone play this track in my entire life, though. Same problem as Forest Raceway long. Start straight sucks, so you can't change that. Just a shortened version. So 8.5 is what Forest Raceway Short is gonna get. All right, boys, on to the second sand track. This is Mantua, I think the track name is called. I could have totally butchered it. I really love this track. It is a super fun track. It's not in the rotation of like races as much as I'd want it to be, but it's a super fun track. It's based on a real life track, as most of these stock tracks are. It's somewhere in like Germany or just, I don't know, somewhere in Europe. It's a super fun track. If you want to hop on a, like I said, a 125 or a 250 and just absolutely rip the shit out of it, you sure can. This track is absolutely amazing. I've had a lot of good but bad experiences on this track. I seem to have a lot of noobs, and as well as a lot of people who just hate my dirt bike for some reason and just take me out. So I don't know why they do that. I don't know. I might have a grudge against them, or they might have a grudge against me. Who knows? But this track is super fun. The ruts feel nice. There's no place where a rut shouldn't be. The ruts feel good. They feel like they need to be placed at a certain spot and perfectly. That triple is a little bit hard to get, especially for a noob like myself. These big, I don't know what you want to call them, S-turns or like hairpins. These are really fun. I've had some really good battles in here, going in the inside, going in the outside. It's a super fun track. All around, yeah, it's just a sweet track. It looks pretty damn beautiful for a stock track. And I gotta put this one high. I'm gonna put it high. Okay, I'm gonna put this at a 9.1. 9.1. I know it's probably like an 8.9, but 9.1 is what I'm gonna give it. I absolutely love this track. It's super fun. Got good hits, good jumps, good ruts, good turns. It's perfect. The start straight is amazing. And on to the next one. Alright, one of my favorite tracks, like all these tracks in particular. This track is amazing. Maryland. My favorite aerial round was actually Maryland or Iron Man, I think. No, Bud's Creek. Bud's Creek. Yeah, Bud's Creek. I think that's what it was called. I don't even know. I love this track. I think it's super fun. There's obviously a lot of good lines you can hit, a lot of like kind of cheater lines, but not really. It looks pretty damn beautiful for a stock track, like I said. You got this line right here. Bloop. I love that. I love that. It's so satisfying. You just pop a boner right out of the start. You know, it's just an amazing track. Like I said, looks good, rides good. I've had a lot of good battles on this track, like with all of them. But I've had a lot of like, I guess, bullshit happen. So like right down here, I normally tuck my front right there and crash, but I didn't this time, so it's going good. You can absolutely rail this berm, and coming up to this hairpin turn, you can do the same with this berm right here as I go off track a little bit. That's okay, though. Just absolutely rail that thing. Then you got a massive triple. Just an overall great track. The ruts feel good. Like, look at this rut. Boom. Boom. That's a Bobosa rut. Those ruts normally aren't too good, but that one is amazing. You got this massive just booter down the hill. I love that. It's such a fun track, such a sick track. And I gotta give it a high rating, but not too high. I think I'm gonna go about an 8.6. There's a lot of potential in this track that could be a little bit better, but it's a stock track. What are you gonna do? On to my personal favorite track in all of MX Bikes history. Maybe not. Okay, but stock tracks for sure. This is MXB Club. I absolutely love this map. It is so much fun. I've had so many good battles. You guys have seen plenty of videos on it. It's super fun. Everyone knows it. Everyone races it. It's always in the loop with the online community. It's super fun. You got massive lines in this track. You can throw massive whips. There's some pretty good ruts. Kind of not good ruts in some areas, but all around a super sick map. And I absolutely love it. And for the rating, I'd have to go high. I'm going to give it a massive 9.7 out of 10. That is how much I love this track. It's super fun, super flowy, and super addicting. So on to the next one. Alright boys, a track I'm sure mostly 99.9% of you are not familiar with. This is the practice track in MX Bikes. I bet you guys didn't even know this track existed, but it does. It's just an okay track, a lot of flatness to it. There's not really too many good ruts, not a lot of big jumps. If you just want to learn the game, this is the track for you. So I'm just going to give it a solid 6.5. It's not too good, it's not great, it's a little bad, and all around just a mid map. Same thing here, we got Practice Raceway, the shorter version. Nothing special, exact same as the regular one. I'm going to give it even a lower score because of how bad this track is, in my opinion. I'm going to give it a 5.7 out of 10. It's super low. It's not really too good of a track. It's even shorter, so that makes it worse. On to the next track. And after those horrible tracks, we have an actual good track here. This is Washington, or Washougal, whatever you want to call it. This track is amazing. I absolutely love this track. It's super fun. I race this track probably as much as I race Forest online, so it's a good track. You can see by my E-Road. I've been playing this for quite a while. Love the track. Super fun. It is a real-life track, so the real-life track is, you know, implemented into this game, and it works out really well. It's super fun. It's nothing too gnarly. There's no, like, you know, gnarly braking bumps or anything like that. The ruts feel really good. That inside rut right there felt really good. All around, a really good track, and I'm gonna have to give it something high. I'm gonna say an 8.6. I love this track. Could be some things that could be changed and made better, but 8.6 is where I'm gonna stand at. And on to the next one. Alright boys, we're here on Winchester. This is not Winchester MX of Nations. This is just Winchester. First time playing this map, and it's really fun. It's really fast. The berms could be a little bit steeper. Same with the ruts, just a little bit steeper, and this track would be near perfection. It is a pretty good map. I don't have much hours in it. I'm sure most of you guys don't. You guys like to grind, you know, Forest Club. You don't really like to go down to the bottom of the list and play these maps, which is totally fair. Like I said, super fun track, super fast. You can throw some pretty nasty looking scrubs off some of these jumps, which is pretty fun. You know, good looking track. Not really a pretty skybox, but I guess looks don't matter in Paboso. So I'm gonna rate it pretty high, but not really too generously. I'm gonna give it a 7.2 out of 10. It's a super fun track, kind of technical. If you're, you know, starting out on this game, you want to get into the roughness of this game, this is a perfect track for you. But 7.2 out of 10 is gonna be where Winchester stands. All right, on to the exact same map, but with a twist. This is Winchester of MX of Nations. This track, like I said, just like Winchester, it's super fun, super fast, kind of flowy. The berms and ruts can be a little bit steeper. All around a really good track. There's a little bit too much grass for me on this track. I forgot to say that about the last map, but a little too much grass. If you go off track, you're gonna slip and slide and probably eat crap. So yeah, it's really the only downside to this map. I've had a lot of good battles on it, have a lot of people taking me out on this track, which, you know, that's racing, but it's a really fun map. I gotta give it around the same rating as just regular Winchester, so I'm gonna go a little bit higher because I have more experience on this track, and it's just a little bit more fun in my opinion. So I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10, and Winchester of MX Nations that's a wrap. It's a super fun track. On to the next one. All right, boys, on to the first Supercross track. There's only 2 Supercross tracks in this game. This is Nevada 2013. If you need a Supercross track to train on, and if you're very new at the game, this is the track for you. The only downside to these Supercross tracks is that they are incredibly slippery. So if you go down, you're gonna have a hell of a time getting your momentum back. So that is what is good about this track, is you need to carry your momentum or you're gonna slide out and crash. So Nevada 2013, it gets a solid 7.6 out of 10. So if you need to work on your Supercross ability and you're just a beginner, Nevada 2013 is probably right down your alley. Alright, jumping forward 5 years, this is Nevada 2018. This track is my personal favorite out of the 2 Supercross tracks. It's super fun, it's super flowy. Like I said, it's going to be super slippery. It's got a lot of unique features to it. It's got a little bit more sand, I guess. It has a pretty technical whoop section. You got to come into the whoops kind of at a corner, like leaning, so that can be a little bit difficult. It's got a wall jump instead of just a full-on straight sweeper in the back. It's just a really fun track. I've had a lot of good battles on it. Like I said, really slippery, so that can hinder you if you do go down. But all around, I really like this track, and I'm going to give it a 8.0 out of 10 for the Supercross. Alright, boys, that is the ranking video all wrapped up. But if you did miss out on any of the numbers that were given, we have, coming in first place is MXB Club with a 9.7. Second place, Forest Raceway, the long version, not the short version, the long version. Second place, 9.5. Third place, Mantua with a 9.1. Very strong, very strong. And a tie for 4th and 5th is going to be Maryland and Washington with a 8.6. I will put the rest of the scores up on the screen right now. Those are my rankings. Like I said, it's totally opinion based. And yeah, boys, I've never seen anyone do this before, ranking the stock tracks. Is it even cool to do? I don't know. But if you enjoyed this video, be sure to let me know by leaving a like, leaving a subscribe, and comment what you thought about the video. And yeah, boys, I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one.
She calling me mad like Max, bitch really wanna come Holland away. Your boyfriend's zesty like Izzy, honey come here let me make you sway. I really wanna pump man's face, but I'm too busy like tilted. I'm in a retail, make a bitch moisty, salty bitch wanna give me a guilt trip. Boy really tryna act tough, you're a flyweight.